Major League Baseball welcomes you to the following presentation of the Kansas City Royals.
And now we begin the second half.
Baseball is back.
Looking forward to some Royals baseball this second half.
I'm ready for you.
After a road trip and the All-Star break, it is at long last time to start the second half of the season. And the Kansas City Royals welcome the San Diego Padres. Tonight, game one of a three-game series. Thanks for hanging out with us at the ballpark tonight, and welcome back with Rex Hudler. I'm Jake Eisenberg. We all know it was not the first half of the season that the Royals were expecting, and so in the second half, this is a team that is looking for one thing. It is consistency.
That's right, and one of the hardest things to obtain in this business is that consistency. When you have pitching and you got defense, that's the #1 product. You have to have those two go together to win games. But you throw in some timely hits, that's when your team has a chance to win games and win series and win pennants. That's exactly what happened, but we haven't seen that. The consistency hasn't been there. The offense, the bullpen, the starters, I mean, it's been difficult. But what we have seen, Salvador Perez, the captain, he's just 3 home runs shy of tying George Brett's all-time home run record. This is going to be really exciting to watch, Jake, down the stretch for sure.
And then there's Bobby Witt Jr., who could be the American League MVP.
Oh, absolutely. He is in every single conversation as far as that goes, but you got to love his all-around play. I've had many people ask me or tell me, Hud, you get to watch Bobby Witt Jr. every night. That's right, it's a treat. The kid's got skills. Let's hope we can see one of these tonight. A mad dash around the bases always thrills the people.
One of the Royals All-Stars this season. When we come back, Joel Goldberg joins us. He'll tell us what J.J. Piccolo had to say earlier this afternoon.
We're celebrating America.
Kansas City Royals baseball is presented by your Kansas City Toyota dealers. We're giving fans the chance to win the ultimate game day experience. Visit your local KC area Toyota dealer today to enter the prize pack sweepstakes. By Circus Sports and Properties. And by Quick Trip. Download the QT app for exclusive deals and offers. Let's go down to the field and say hi to Joel.
Hi, Jake. Down by the Royals dugout, and J.J. Piccolo had talked about waiting till the All-Star break to really see where the team was at in terms of the trade deadline. The trade deadline is August 3rd. They don't really know that much more, in part because, yes, there's a chance they could get back into the wild card. Yes, the first half did not go anywhere near what they had hoped it would, but the other pieces that they have that will be the most valuable are here long term, so they're in an interesting spot.
The guys that we have under control for years, I mean, there's a reason they're under control, especially the ones we've signed extensions to. So that's a good base, a good core. But we've got our work cut out for us. We've got to figure out what we can do. This is an opportunity right now between now and August 3rd to help that core. And then you get into the offseason that we have some work to do as well. But if we can knock off some things that will help not only our major league team, but maybe even the organizational depth. We're really good. A-ball down, we're not as strong in the upper levels. So if it were to be prospecty type guys, our targets would be upper level guys who naturally are closer to the major leagues and could join this core at some point.
So yes, there could be deals. A blockbuster, probably not, with players that are...
It is a hot and humid night in Kansas City, but thankfully the skies are clear. We're not dealing with the same smoke as the rest of the country, and so it's a nice summer evening for baseball at Kauffman Stadium. Almost time for Game 1 between the Royals and the Padres. And there is Fernando Tatis Jr. He is at the top of Craig Stammen's Padres lineup. Jackson Merrill bats second. Xander Bogaerts third, then Manny Machado and Gavin Sheets. Royals killer Ty France is in there batting sixth. And then Jake Cronenworth, Miguel Andujar, and Luis Campusano round out the starting nine. And that is the lineup that Seth Lugo faces. He started the last game before the All-Star break. Now, Hud, he starts the first game out of the All-Star break, his 20th start of the year.
Well, why not? I mean, you know, this guy here, he's one of the top pitchers on the Royals team, and plus he's used to this rhythm, the days off in between. So the skipper always checks all that on his guys before the season starts again in the second half. StatCast 3D, powered by Google Cloud. We're going to show you his arsenal, and it's a large one. He's got many, many pitches. And like Monty was saying on the pregame show, he spins the ball with the best of them. Sometimes he leaves some balls up. That's what's been his problem. Keep the ball out of the seats. That's been a big issue for him. Hope he can do that here. I like his big curve. That slows everything down, and then he speeds things up with his fastball. And his fastball can reach 93, 94 miles an hour. So he's got a lot in his arsenal. Let's just hope he stays out of the middle and keeps it down.
All those pitches, part of his evolution to becoming the starter that he is today. That was an evolution that began in San Diego when Seth Lugo signed with them ahead of the 2023 season after his 7 years with the Mets, going between the rotation but mostly spending time as a reliever. Facing Tatis to start the ninth. And the second half is officially underway. Hasn't been as much power this season for Fernando Tatis Jr. He did go 56 games to start the year without a home run.
I was going to ask you how many games, but it went over 40. 56. Man, oh man. For a guy of his talent, that's quite a drought.
Yeah, it took a while. He's been hitting the ball on the ground a ton this year. But make no mistake, he is still one of the most talented and all-around players in the game.
But, you know, he's got such a long swing. I mean, that swing is not short at all. So there's going to be a few holes there. Now, when he gets a hold of it, sure, the ball's going to carry, and he's got a lot of strength. But, you know, sometimes when your swing's too long, you're vulnerable to some breaking balls that are down.
That's in the air and fairly deep to right. It carries on Caglione all the way to the fence, and he's got it. Jack Caglione takes one back to start the ninth.
Right away. My goodness, it stayed up so high that Cags had a chance to measure it up. What a burger, what a play. That's right, man. He timed it perfectly, knew exactly where he was, kept his eye on it, and that's the result. Hang with him. A home run rob. Seth Lugo saying, man, I just heard Hud say I got to keep the ball in the yard. Well, that's how you do it.
Now, Jackson Merrill has seen that nightmare from a Padres perspective before. It was just last year, the last time the Royals and Padres played, that Cags robbed Jackson Merrill of a home run. That was in San Diego. This one's deep toward the left field corner. Collins to the fence, and he makes a leaping grab. That one wasn't a threat to get out, but both corner outfielders have made their mark in the top of the first.
Look at it. I said pitching and defense, and that's exactly what you mean. The pitching and then now the defense, that's what's going to help you win games. Hey, defensively, let's talk about it. Now, the Royals, they are in the middle of the road as far as fielding percentage and overall defense. But Caglione in right, 7 outfield assists he made on Sunday. That's 5th best in Major League Baseball. Carter Jensen, the catcher, he's thrown out 40.9% of runners. That's unheard of. That's a tremendous number. 16 out of 40.
As fun as it has been to watch Carter Jensen blossom offensively, the strides he's made defensively over the last couple of months have also been terrific.
Every outfielder got a chance. Don't you love it?
All of them fairly deep. All of them caught. Good defense behind Seth Lugo to start the game.
This team
Well, if the top of the first was any indication, the ball could jump tonight. And here are the Royals that will be trying to jump it out. Carter Jensen in the leadoff spot. Bobby Witt Jr. bats second, and Jack Caglione, fresh off the home run derby, is third. Lane Thomas, Vinny Pasquantino, and then Salvador Perez. And then the bottom third, Michael Massey, Nick Lofton, and Isaac Collins.
Okay, if you look at the L, R's, and then that tells you left side, right side. Q has it all lined up, left, right, left, right, left, right, and that's to prevent, the opposing manager from bringing in a righty or a lefty in certain occasions. So that's how he wants it.
At least to start, it is the righty Michael King, his 20th start of the season, and he enters with a 3.41 ERA.
Okay, every big league starter that pitches against the Royals is good. Okay, let's just clear that up. These guys are good. King has exceptional movement on all of his pitches. And he'll be a challenge, no question, especially with the fastball changeup combination. So when you hear somebody say, "Wow, this guy's good," really? Yeah, he is. He wouldn't be at this level. King, he commands his zone very well.
Chopper right back to him, and it's 1 up, 1 down for King.
Okay, now the Padres defense, that's another story. They're a second in fielding percentage at .990. They've got some good players out there, no question. A few Gold Glovers. Tatis has 2 in right. At shortstop, Bogarts has 2 fielding Gold Gloves. Machano's got a couple. France has 1 at first base. Now the catcher, Campusano, he's thrown out 5 of 17, just 21%. So if the Royals do get a chance and get on base, take off. Why not? That ball was off the plate. Bobby knew it too, but he didn't ask for a replay.
And Michael King's fastballs had movement. That was the 4-seamer, but that 2-seamer, that sinker, that's going to start away and then bend back over that outer half.
Yeah, so those pitches that start out on the outside part of the plate to a right-handed batter, you can't give up on it. We'll show you the arsenal. Here it is: a sinker, changeup, sweeper, 4-seamer, slider. Now that 29% usage, 27. There you go. Now there's the velocity, so he's not going to overpower anybody. But doesn't matter. If you can move it and locate it, you're good.
Walks have been a little bit of an issue for Michael King this year. He's walked 43, one of the higher walk rates in the league, but he does not give up all that many hits. Opponents have hit 211 against him this season, and he gets a lot of ground balls. So when there are base runners, that ground ball double play is something that he can go to in his back pocket.
Believe it. He can roll them up with the best of them. No one to roll up here. See if Bobby can find a hole somewhere and get on base.
Fresh off starting in the All-Star game on Tuesday in Philadelphia. He had a walk and scored one of those first inning runs against Christopher Sanchez in the National League. His third All-Star game, but the first time that he'd gotten a chance to start. And he said it was a really cool scene in Philadelphia, especially with all the extra celebrations for America's 250th birthday. And Michael Wacha pitched a scoreless inning, as did everyone who entered the game for the AL. One hopper to Jake Cronenworth, and he makes the smooth play for the out.
Too bad. 3 inches from hitting the bag. That's a base hit. Hey, you want some power for the Derby? You got it. How about Cags, man? He opened up a lot of eyes, especially those fighting Phillies fans who love power. And this kid showed us some really nice stuff. I tell you, Jake, were you impressed with some of the balls he hit?
Well, that's the thing. This is a showcase. It's about putting on a show. Right. And nobody had a further average home run distance than Jack Caglione. 448 feet was the average distance. And, of course, that includes the 477-foot shot to the third deck. I think 477 was a little shy.
I did too.
How is that not 500?
But all the Italian clan up there in Philly, man, they loved it. And, of course, his dad got to pitch to him. That's really special.
Yeah, it was very cool. Now, Philly is famous for one Italian stallion. They have some steps and a statue for him, but Jack Caglione threw a couple of punches himself.
Okay, they got him switched, playing to pull on that infield. Opposite field in the outfield.
It was a strong end of the first half for Cags 2 HUD. 7-game hitting streak. A few doubles and a homer mixed in there.
Okay, not a bad two-strike approach there. You see that? That pitch was off the plate. And, you know, he's saying, okay, I got 2 strikes on me. Anything close, I'm just going to try to get me a base hit here. And he sees the left side of the infield. Basically just 2 fielders on that whole left side.
He's fouled off each of the 4 pitches that he's seen. I'll make it 5.
So good. Those swings are all good. Now, the last 2 in particularly, now he's hunting for the hit. The first few swings, like most power hitters, are going to give you a good full swing. But now he wants to get on base and get a knock. Power hitters will tell you, get your hits. So that's the premium. Good spot. And pitch him inside, out knock him off the plate a little bit. That opens up the outside part of the plate for a changeup. Sweepers, 4-seamers. Okay, only 1 changeup. Look for the changeup coming here.
Well, there it is, and Caglione pops it up left side.
It's a tough pitch to stay on.
That is exactly what Michael King was trying to do, and it worked. Royals are down in order.
Save big money with me.
Top of the second here at Kauffman Stadium. Joel Goldberg down by the Royals dugout, and a Royals team that dealt with so many injuries throughout the first half, hoping to try to get a little bit healthier and on the mend, as we see in our University of Kansas Health System injury report update. Let's begin with Michael Garcia, and he started hitting during the break, which is what Matt Quatraro had said would happen during the last road trip. It would happen during the break, and Kyle Turner saying that he will be re-examined tomorrow or Sunday. If that goes well, they'll start to ramp things up for him. The best news and the closest to coming back is Kyle Isbell. Saw him walking around looking great, and he was going to be full participation today. The hope is that, barring any setbacks, and there was one in the past, that Izzy goes out on a rehab assignment on Tuesday. Minor leagues are off on Mondays. Chris Bubic had more tests yesterday. They are awaiting those results. And Nick Mears has been shut down for a couple of more weeks. So a mix of good, bad, and well, maybe not bad, but at least setbacks. But mostly hope that they could get Kyle Isbell back soon, and looking for some positive news regarding Michael Garcia. Guys?
Absolutely, Goldie. We need positive news, that's for sure, especially with 10 players on the injured list, 7 of whom were on the opening day roster. Man, it's tough to win games when you don't have your best players. So you try to piece it together and hope guys step up. Like right here, he wants to put Gavin Sheets in the lane. Walk Machado, now get a little ground ball double play.
Well, Lugo has missed with each of his first 5 pitches this inning. And now he's back in the zone, 1-1 on Sheets. Now, there's no question the Royals have been without many of their key contributors, both expectant contributors and actual contributors, for a good portion of this season. And it has been a mix this year of underperformance, but also injuries that have taken their toll. It was an offense that struggled out of the gate, but has been better since the beginning of June. A starting rotation that was solid to start the year, but has dealt with the lion's share of the injuries. Cole Reagans and Chris Bubic, a couple of all-stars that have made fewer than 10 starts this year. And then a bullpen that overall this season has struggled to find its footing. So it's been a lot of one step forward and a couple of steps back.
Indeed. But whenever there's a couple of steps back, it always gives opportunity to the next guy up, and that's what's really good. I mean, look at Tyler Tolbert, tied a major league record, 12 straight hits. Are you kidding? I was riveted every time he came up to the plate.
How cool was that?
It was so exciting, man, to see a kid like that get his chance. Well, it's because of the injury. Nick Lofton's getting a shot, you know, so some of these guys are really getting a chance to show not only the Royals, but the rest of the baseball world what they got.
Well, one of my favorite parts, middle of that streak, totally breaks his bat. And you think, oh, well, there it goes. That's the bat that had all the hits in it. But then he goes back to the dugout, gets a new stick, and the streak keeps on going.
Well, when you got skills like he does, he's got nothing to worry about, because that speed does a lot of great things, and it never goes into a slump.
Counts full on Sheets. He's about to see an 8th pitch from Lugo.
Put him in the lane. All right, I'll take a punchy.
Now Lugo sends him back to the third base dugout. First strikeout of the night for Seth Lugo.
Okay, the big curveball is easy to give up on. It's such a big looper. Look, that's out of the zone. Now in. Ball to strike. Looked like he was going to be up and out of the way, and he couldn't pick up the rotation. So, Sheets, you got to go.
A good presentation from Carter Jensen. That might be pitched later in the game that you'd see a team challenge, but maybe not at this point in the game. It's a good reminder that even in the ABS era, you can still steal a strike. And now Ty France. What does he have in store against the Royals this year? Because he seems to always be the most painful thorn in the Royals side. Here are Ty France's career numbers against the Royals.
Yeah. So he was a Blue Jay last year.
Yep. And
okay.
a Twin.
Okay. Well, yeah. So when we got to Toronto, and I saw him, I walked on the field and he's taking ground balls at first base. And my good friend Donnie Mattingly was their coach in Toronto, and I yelled at Donnie, "Oh no, not this guy!" And Ty France turned around and just laughed because he knew exactly what I was talking about.
I mean, look at this list.
I know.
OPS against the Royals, all-time leaders.
This guy follows us around. And he laughed. Look at it. He knows he's good.
Sharp one hopper over to Lofton, and the Royals turn it into play.
There you go. That double play is a pitcher's best friend.
For every Royals hit all season long, Quick Trip and the Royals will donate books to Kansas City schools and profits through the Hit the Books program. Learn more at Royals.com/book request. It's Lane Thomas to lead off the bottom of the second inning. And he hits it high in the air, deep left field. The ball's carrying tonight. That one's out of here. Over the fountains for Lane Thomas. Whoa!
Yeah, it's not the first time he's ambushed the first pitch fastball this year or in other years. Yeah, go ahead, young man. Get you some. That ball was driven, and he knew on contact that that ball was leaving the K. Yeah, check this out. Two-seamer fastball, middle. You can't get any more middle. Now, the minute he swung it, folks, right there, he knew he got it. Hitter knows first, pitcher knows second. Believe it, it's a great feeling. Now you trot the bases, and there's not even a better feeling than that. Especially when you're leading off and you hit a homer leading off 1-0. That's what you're telling yourself.
8th home run of the year for Lane Thomas. You know, while you're watching it sail toward the fountains, you're thinking, okay, that one's going to get wet. And then it stays dry because it cleared him and went into the seats above the fountains.
That's right.
Man, you do not see many baseballs land up there.
That's exciting.
And now Pasquantino rips one down the right field line. It's off the wall.
You have to go.
Tatis has a terrific arm, and Pasquantino's in there anyway. Just under the tag.
Well, we'll just have to wait and see now. Almost back to back. I thought he might have had enough to get it high enough to get it out.
I thought it might have been out.
San Diego is challenging the safe call at second base.
So Craig Stammen wants to challenge.
Hey, Jake, I don't suggest this. I'm going to tell a quick story, though. But, okay, look at this. Now, did he get the tag on him? See, Pasquatch is going for the far part of the base. Did he got him? I don't know. Looked like he got him.
That is really close.
Yeah, but, you know, just couldn't get it out there enough. Couldn't get his arm swung around long enough. So, there's a nice long hit. Single, anyway.
Well, folks here seem to think that he was in there.
Oh, well, I hope they'll give it to him, turn it over.
Call the field was safe. There is first-year Padres manager Craig Stammen, former Padre himself.
Take a look at it here. Bogart's good athlete. Like him a lot. Always been for a long time. Oh, boy. See, now the minute a veteran shortstop reacts like that, that's kind of like a, really? So the minute umpire called him safe, he says, I got him.
Tell you what, he didn't miss a home run by much for starters. That was right off the top of the wall out there in the right field corner.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. The runner is out. San Diego retains their count.
So it is in fact a single for Vinny Pasquantino, and he's thrown out at second.
Well, Tatis, he has a cannon. That's why you got to think twice about going on that. And the play's in front of it, Pasquantino, so he knows it's either, yeah, I mean, like, it was a close play. I mean, you got to credit Vinny for at least attempting. But with Salvi coming up and a chance for Salvi to hit a gapper to score him, I mean, you know, you got to think about things like that, but still, no blame on Vinny.
Well, it's hard not to hit a ball off the wall and not go for two.
You're right, but you got to know who's got the arm out there. Close play. If the throw's offline, we're not even mentioning it.
Well, that's one of the reasons why he is a two-time Gold Glover and two-time Platinum Glover at bat in right field.
It's only his second outfield assist this year.
Salvi takes one off the arm.
Yep. Came in, got the padding. Salvi says, hey, I'm fine, I'm leaving.
That's why you wear it.
Love it, though. You know, I like to get hit and go to first base.
Strike one on Michael Massey, who tonight is playing his 78th game this season. So he has eclipsed the number of games he played all of last year. Joel talked to Michael about that. So he'll share part of that conversation a little bit later. There's so many injuries for Michael last year, and then one to start this year. He had that left calf strain during spring training, so he opened the season on the injured list. It took him a little bit to find his footing when he did come back, but for the better part of the last 2 months, he has been very consistent. Overall, hitting .260 this year. That's sliced to left center, and it's a base hit for Michael Massey. Now Salvi scrambles back to second and just barely gets the fingertips back. Well, he stumbled and tripped coming around the base.
Well, you know, really, that's by Jackson Merrill. That's not a bad play. You know, you throw behind the runner like that. Sometimes, you know, Salvi's not the fleetest of foot on the Royals, but you catch him off guard, and that's exactly what happened. Twisted his feet up and nearly got it out there. Oops.
He's back in there. A little close for comfort, though. 2 on for Nick Lofton.
Like the swing by Massey. Okay, that's Massey's mentality when he goes to the plate is opposite field. Now, if it's soft or something, he'll adjust and pull it, but that was right on what he wanted to do. Keep the line moving. Okay, obviously, just by the way the hitters are taking pitches from Michael King, they did a great job scouting him. They have done a nice job of laying off some of these pitches. That's watching video, going over certain counts in certain situations. Royals looking good so far off him.
That's foul down the third base side, 1-2. Lofton has been one of the players that's seen more playing time in the wake of injuries, specifically the injury that Michael Garcia is dealing with. Well, Lofton, since that injury, he's hitting .255, a few doubles, a couple of homers, and he's been solid defensively over at third too. Right to Tatis. And everybody stays put, 2 outs. Oh, it's interesting when you look at season numbers. You see a .240 average for Isaac Collins. And it doesn't really tell the whole story. Now, Collins got off to a slow start this year, as did most of the offense. But Isaac now, for the last calendar month, has been hitting over 300. As much as baseball is a game of first halves and second halves and months, April, May, June, so on and so forth. One small change here or one tweak there, one thing that clicks can start a streak that isn't connected to any sort of actual date or regular baseball calendar rhythm.
You're right on with that. Are you kidding me? Sometimes you accidentally check your swing and you hold it and you barrel it over the first baseman's head. That's a barrel, and you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't even take a full swing. Okay, it's time to go now. And that's exactly what you're talking about. Collins, he's a much better hitter at home. He's hitting .284 with 4 homers. On the road, he's just hitting .195. So it's hard to tell that too. A player could tell you, I don't know why. But right here's a good opportunity to somehow find a way to get the captain home with 2 outs.
Collins takes strike 3 called. Michael King threw 21 pitches in that inning, and the Royals did get a run. First pitch ambush swing from Lane Thomas. It is K-State night at Kauffman Stadium, and so the Royals welcome Colin Klein, the new K-State head football coach, for the ceremonial first pitch. And we say a hearty EMA to all of our Wildcats, especially our very own Bridget Howard.
Okay. Coach had a nice arm to a strike. Colin Klein, young looking guy.
He is 36 years old.
Love it. Just win, coach.
It's a good sweeper from Lugo. One and two on Jake Cronenworth, who spent most of this season dealing with a concussion and the symptoms that come along with it. He was hit by a pitch in the jaw back in mid-April. Now Lugo gets him with a changeup. So it's K-State night tonight, but tomorrow is Nebraska Day here at the K. Don't miss a ceremonial first pitch from Nebraska alumnus and Kansas City Chiefs rookie running back Emmett Johnson. You can take home an exclusive co-branded Royals and Nebraska tumbler with the purchase of a theme ticket. You can purchase your theme ticket at royals.com/Huskers.
Miss Alex Gordon. I want to see him throw out a pitch from left field again. I've never seen that before. Did you hear about that,
that
Jake?
Was cool.
Were you here for that?
I was not here for that, but I saw it.
Oh, you kidding? I've never seen anything like that before. Ooh, that's a thumb job.
Now off the hands, and Lugo takes care of it. Quickly 2 outs.
Ooh, man. Pick up your thumbs at home plate. That's a jam shot, folks. Happened many a time.
You know, if some of the K-State folks stick around, you could have an old Big 8 rivalry day here at the K.
All right.
This is Luis Campusano. He's the Padres catcher tonight. And we'll see Freddie Fermin at some point. He's in the building. Got to say hello to Freddie today. Welcome him back to Kansas City and Kauffman Stadium. He's been on the injured list with a head contusion.
Yeah, it was really great to see him. You know, what a fan favorite. And I'm hoping he'll get in the next game or two here, so the fans get to see him. And he wasn't here all that long, but he did such a great job behind the captain. Salvador Perez filling in for him. And then he brought us a couple real nice starters. Gonna love that.
Mitchell caught up with Freddie earlier today.
I was in their locker room too. Freddie walked by me, looked at me, and he said, "I have a present for you." And he handed me a baseball out of his pocket. I love it.
That is thoughtful.
Very.
Thoughtful.
He knows I'm a little off, but the fact that he was
what do you mean a little off?
He was right there with the ball. I love him. So cool.
Everyone knows that you like to have a baseball in your hand during games.
Well, it's my pacifier. It kind of calms me down a little, and I need that once in a while.
And the Royals traded Freddie to the Padres last year and got back Stephen Kolek and Ryan Berger. We got some reporting from Andy Rogers of MLB.com. By the way, Stephen Kolek is expected to make a rehab start tomorrow to help get him ready to return to the Royals. Tatis chops one just past Witt and up the middle for a hit. Campusano turns and goes to third.
Cutter up on the top, and when he Tommy hawked that, look at the top spin. Yeah, top spinners get through the infield, even when you have the best shortstop in the world and with the best range.
Lugo got the first 2 outs of this inning without much difficulty. Then a 2-out walk and now a hit. And now runners on the corners. And Lugo faces Jackson Merrill. Merrill had one of the 2 very deep flyouts in the top of the first inning. Tatis got robbed of a homer. Merrill got robbed of extra bases. A nice catch in deep left by Isaac Collins. Loop down the line, foul.
Yep, a little bit too much top hand. He was able to hook it. Sometimes you want that bottom hand to stay through the ball and being able to keep it a little straighter, but it comes with time. Hitters learn how to straighten those out down the line once they get a certain amount of years in. You've done that so many times, you finally start hitting them fair. That would have been a big run for him there.
23-year-old from Severna Park, Maryland. 27th overall pick back in 2021. He was the runner-up for National League Rookie of the Year when he burst into the big leagues in 2024. Runner-up to Paul Skeens for National League Rookie of the Year.
Tatis at first base over there has got 23 steals. He's been caught 9 times, but he doesn't look like he's running. He wants to here. That leads the team.
Now, this is a Padres team that does like to run a good amount. They've got 101 steals as a team. It's tied for second most in baseball.
And Bogarts has 12. Merrill, who's hitting here, he has 19. Working that pitch count a little bit on Seth, hitting some foul balls here.
He's about to throw his 20th pitch this inning.
Pop him up. Ooh, slow curve.
I love the way it shows up on the scoreboard. SCB. MPH is the same as his jersey number.
Yeah, it just is a little bit in.
And he sped him up and got him looking. Cutter at the top of the zone.
Yeah. Merrill's too late to appeal. You got to go.
The biggest.
Being honored with the Buck O'Neil Legacy Seat tonight for Heart Health Awareness Night are Keith and Luann Beeman. The Beemans are generous supporters of the University of Kansas health system, and their philanthropy has made a lasting impact on cardiovascular care, teaching, research, and the lives of countless patients. Most recently, the Beemans made it possible to expand ECMO services to Olathe Hospital at the University of Kansas health system, bringing this advanced life-saving therapy to more people across the metro when they need it the most.
Oh, Beemans, way to step up. You guys are game changers, no doubt.
Second time through the lineup for Michael King. Carter Jensen's 0 for 1, had a comebacker back in the first. Let's take a look at our Xfinity player profile and Carter Jensen's Royals rookie ranks. How about that first half? 13 homers, 49 RBIs before the All-Star break. Third best in Royals history among rookies. And Jensen shoots one into the gap. Down into right center. And it's an extra base hit for Carter.
Love how he stays inside of the ball. Okay, look. He's not trying to pull it or go the other way, but on this pitch here, watch him. Little four-seamer. He wants it up. It's in. 94. That means his hands are coming in through before the barrel. So very nice swing path. That's what allowed him to get that hit and drop it in between the two, right? The two fielders. That's a good start.
It's interesting. Just on that replay, you could see Michael King's reaction before Jensen even made contact. And you could see that King did not like the pitch.
He was elevated. Didn't get it in enough.
So he knew it wasn't where he wanted it to go even before it was a double. So a runner in scoring position for Bobby Witt Jr.
Okay, Junior does not want to pull this ball at all. I can tell his first at bat the way he waited him out, Michael King, and now he's not interested in fishing. If he's pulling, he's going to swing at some of those. He wants to go right field to center. He was out ahead of that one.
Well, the Royals have been better with runners in scoring position since the beginning of June, but well, the Royals did lose their last 5 games going into the break and struggled in these spots over the course of the 5-game losing streak.
Get that runner over. A good swing there. That was inside. I told you, you don't want to pull it. He's thinking along with what he needs to do here to help the team.
Well, he can put it anywhere he wants to.
Believe it.
That is an all fields hitter. That is an all around player.
And that's impressive stat for a lot of hitters.
That is the best player in the American League. Full stop. Out in front of the sweeper again.
That's not what Bobby wanted to do there. A little bit too strong. Not sweepers. A good pitch. It's up, and he just couldn't get on top and wait. And sometimes when he takes enough speed off that, it makes you pull the ball. Got out in front of it a little bit.
First pitch pop up to shallow center, and Carter Jensen has to stay put. And so 2 unproductive outs after the leadoff double. Here's a message from Minsky's Pizza.
live better. Minsky's.
So this has been part of the issue with runners in scoring position, is not necessarily moving them over and getting them in. The Royals only have 4 hits with runners in scoring position over their last 5 games. Thomas bangs one to the left field corner. It is foul.
He waited on that one.
Oh boy, is he ready to attack Michael King tonight.
Yeah. Watch, heads up down there. That ball was coming in hot. Watch out. Duck out there. You don't have a glove. It's hard though, you know, the perception for a fan out there where that ball's coming in. It's not easy to track that.
Lane Thomas gave the Royals the lead with a first pitch homer to lead off the second inning. Longest hit of his career, by the way, 445 feet.
The catcher is challenging the ball call.
Let's take a look at ABS, powered by T-Mobile.
The pitch is the ball. The count is 2-1. San Diego has 1 challenge remaining.
That is an unsuccessful challenge.
Yep. Carter, get yourself a lead out there. Any kind of doinker. Just get that run home. Pick up your other guys. Oh, that's off. No, you don't want to pick up Bobby Wood. Junior, Kaggs, those guys who couldn't get the job done, move him over. And there's a reason why Lane Thomas is hitting in that 4-hole.
Now, Thomas has been red hot since the beginning of July. 7 doubles and now 3 home runs this month. And there you go, hot corner. Tied for the most extra base hits in baseball this month.
Michael King, he don't want to throw it. He knows it's going to get hit. 3-2, 2 outs here. What's he going to do?
Payoff pitch. And it's inside, ball 4.
Let Vinny do it. All right, a rally house moment that matters was Lane Thomas. He just took a walk. He'll take it. That was back here. Hit that solo home run in the second inning, leading it off, his 8th on the season. It was a swung on gone. He knew it. That ball took a drink over the hydration station and then bounced back in it. Nice drop. 8th on the season.
2-out walk earns Michael King a mound visit from pitching coach Ruben Niebla. So a couple on for Vinny Pasquantino.
Yeah, there's a little powwow for Pasquatch here, and there should be. Vinny got a little off-speed pitch, hit it off the wall, got thrown out at second base his first time up, but look, let's see if they can do some 2-out lightning, a little damage.
This is a fun matchup too. You know, Vinny and Michael King coincidentally honeymooned in the same spot a couple of years ago. And they didn't know each other at the time, but they both kind of had that feeling of, you look familiar, where do I know you from? And
really,
they're at the resort bar, and Vinny winds up asking Michael King for some bug spray, and the two get to talking, and they realize who each other is.
Come on.
Yeah.
That's not real. He asked for bug spray.
Well, there were a lot of bugs. Turns out they got married on the same day, too. They both have the same anniversary.
Oh, that's a good tidbit.
It was kind of a whirlwind couple of weeks for Michael King. The week before, he had just been traded from the Yankees to the Padres as part of the Juan Soto deal.
Wow.
0-2 hole for Vinny now. Bashed a single off the base of the wall in right.
Hit a little routine ball to the shortstop. Ooh. Watch out. Yeah, that mask is one that's got the hinges, got the springs on it. Well, that's been a problem that kept the firm dog out right there.
Catchers take a beating.
Sure do. Now, that is not the mask with the with the springs on it.
There's Freddie.
Little opposite field doink.
You see a pitch like that, do you catalog it in your mind as a miss or intentionally changing the eye level?
That's intentional, especially when he's ahead in the count like that. You let that go. Stay short with your swing with 2 outs. I mean, with 2 strikes. Vinny, when he gets going good, and that was at the beginning of June, he was going good, going to the opposite field. He was taking his walks. He was shooting that ball to left field, left center in Texas. I remember it. That was a good series for him to get himself going.
Back-to-back pretty wild misses from Michael King. And now he fakes a throw to nobody.
I like that. When a pitcher does that, he don't want to throw to the hitter. That's just just stall it. A good swing. There you go. Look how far out that was. That tells you he's going that way. He sees the shortstop Bogarts over there, almost behind second base. As far as you can go without being called for.
I figured you'd like that swing.
Yeah. Hey, look. You could hit the ball. It doesn't have to be. You can be 2, 3, 4 inches off the plate. You can get a base hit. Yeah. So with 2 outs and you got a runner in scoring position, this is the area where the Royals have to pick up. Okay, their offense, and you don't have to be the greatest hitters on the planet to do it. It's all about your mindset. It's about shortening your swing, recognizing you have 2 strikes on you. And I'm not going to try to juice this ball out of the park. I'm going to swing 60%, maybe 50. I'm going to put it in play and score a run.
Well, Vinny's about to see an 8th pitch. Michael King's about to throw his 25th pitch this inning.
Ooh,
that's right down the steps. Look out, Jack.
Yeah, looked like it might have got him. Right in the gap there, where the railing is.
That seems to be all right. That DeLucia's right there, and he doesn't seem worried. And he's fouled off 3 straight. This is a heck of a plate appearance.
Yeah, it is. You can tell. King's not going at him like Vinny asked him for bug spray. Okay, he's kind of messing around with him. He's kind of tinkering around. Look at all those pitches, different kinds here. And Vinny, he had one thing in mind. Knock that run in. It's getting closer and closer.
I thought you were going to say foul another one off.
Yeah.
He's fouled off 4 of the last 5 and 5 of the 10 in this plate appearance.
And for some reason, from my experience, it's the hitter has the advantage when it happens. Usually it never happens. A hitter never has an advantage over a pitcher. The pitcher got way more ways to get you out, but the hitter gets more confident and he's more apt to put that ball in play. He missed it.
And he does to center, but not deep enough.
Good try.
Jackson Merrill's there. That ends the inning. A heck of a battle from Vinny Pasquantino, but King strands a pair. A nice summer night at Kauffman Stadium, and we see Kauffman Stadium on our Rally House Rally Cam. And somewhere in the vision of our Rally House Rally Cam is the one and only Joel Goldberg. Let's say hello. Hi, Joel.
Jake, hello, and Michael Walker getting a chance to say hello to the All-Star game for the first time since he was in his mid-20s, now in his mid-30s. He said it was really fun to be able to watch the young players have that same wide-eyed look that he did all of those years again. The other big difference was that he got into this game versus the last time, and he said getting into the game and recording a strikeout made the trip even more memorable, because he said that he'll always have that memory. And the baseball, I said, oh, did they save the baseball for you? He said, no, I threw it in on my own. It was like, you okay with this? Because I'm going to save that one. So he threw it in there. But the biggest highlight was to have his wife and kids there. His young son, Tommy, won't remember it, but his daughter, Marcia, certainly will. And if you were watching the home run derby, you saw numerous shots with Marcia, who's 3.5 years old, sitting on the field with her dad during the derby. And he said that Marcia, she didn't have any interest at all in the home run. She was fascinated by the mascots, the drones, and getting to sit on a couch on the field. He said she surprised me of how good she did down there. She just wanted to be next to her daddy and watch the show. Marcia will forever remember the drones, the mascot, and the couch, and she'll get a chance to look at that souvenir ball as well, guys.
Roll them up.
Here's a double play ball, and the Royals turn it quickly. 2 quick outs for Seth Lugo. Joe, that's great stuff. Thank you. And how about Marcia walking the red carpet?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So proud of Michael Walker and his beautiful family. Mom and Dad, if you're out there listening, man, you guys have a lot of credit to do that.
Well, Dad's right there.
No. His mom and Dad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I'm going a step ahead from where it all came from. Yeah, I got to meet them in Minnesota. I'm big Walker fans.
The Walkers and the Hoffmans. Wonderful family. Couldn't be happier for Michael's accomplishments. Over a decade between All-Star appearances. It's him, Hall of Famer Burt Blyleven, and a guy named Schoolboy Rowe, who did that back in the 1930s and 40s to have a decade between All-Star selections.
Stay with it.
McLaughlin has a chance to make a play, and it's a very quick inning for Seth Lugo, all of 7 pitches. Win big for a great cause by playing the Royals 50-50 raffle. A winner will be announced during every single home game. Half of all proceeds will go to the Kansas City Royals Foundation and their mission. Play at the K or online at royals.com/5050. Successful check swing for Salvador Perez to start the inning. Hit by a pitch his first time up.
He wanted that first one.
You remember last year coming out of the All-Star break that Salvi just went on a home run binge.
I do remember that.
In Miami and Chicago. With 5 home runs in the first 6 games out of the break. And it was in that span that he had last year his 15th home run of the season. And Salvi's 15th home run this year will be the record breaker. He's got 11 home runs right now this season, 314 in his career, 3 shy of tying George Brett for the franchise record, and 4 away from taking it all himself. Sweeper's been good tonight for Michael King. He's gotten each of his last couple of strikeouts with him.
Sure has been. I told you before the game started, this guy's got amazing stuff, and he got good movement on his spin pitches. Sweeper, slider, you call it, but here's his pitch mix. Changeup, sinker, sweeper, 4-seamer. A lot of guys nowadays we're seeing their 4-seamer, which used to be always number 1 to set up the other pitches, is down 3 and 4 best. So they're spinning experts. They spin the ball really well this year, or not just this year, but the last few. Technology has helped all that.
Yeah, some guys are pitching backwards a little bit more.
Yeah, and we've done some great things this year in pre-games. Harv's doing a great job getting us footage and videos of stuff we've never seen before. And Monty going out there and seeing the machines they're using. I don't know that's the right word for that.
We can go with it.
Well, it's the technology of these cameras. Camera's a better word. You can see it all slow motion. You can see the ball coming out of which finger. I mean, so there's so much more that they're learning from technology.
That's the Edgertronic cameras.
There you go. Thank you.
And there's TrackMan data. And all sorts of other tools that all these players use to get the best out of their ability.
Yeah, new terms for pitches too.
Yeah, sweepers were that term was invented just a few years ago.
That's right. And a lot of guys from my era that are in the broadcast booth didn't want to call it. They said, "What? Come on, it's a slider. Let's go. Why you gotta make a term for it?" Well, because technology is allowing new things to happen.
Always so resistant to change.
Yeah, let's go. Come on, call it what it is.
Get on board.
That's right. Oh,
stays fair. And Massey's out, 2 gone. I remember opening day 2023. Pablo Lopez started against the Royals, and he had developed the sweeper during spring training. That was the pitch of the season. And well, he might have had a great start that day and a really good year.
Yeah.
And now it seems most guys have a sweeper.
How about a splinker?
Well, that's a Paul Skeens invention.
Yeah, I mean, so, but you know, when somebody says that and you're going to scoff immediately, and then you go, well, technology's helping these guys figure out different stuff, different movement. It's interesting, especially if you're a hitter and you're used to seeing it one way.
If you're a hitter, you know, part of naming it is also understanding what it is, but where it's going to be too. So if you're Nick Lofton, you're thinking, okay, Michael King has a good sweeper. That might tell him, okay, this is a pitch that starts here and ends up here. No matter what you call it, that's how that pitch moves. And there it is right on cue, and Campusano challenges.
The catcher is challenging the ball call.
And I think that's off the plate.
Now, he's already lost 1 challenge.
Yeah. Oh,
I got that one.
Strike.
Okay.
It is strike 3. San Diego has 1 challenge remaining.
That's ABS, powered by T-Mobile. Lofton's down looking because of the robots. Score big on authentic gear at MLBshop.com. From official jerseys and memorabilia, hats and hoodies, we've got the season covered. Visit MLBshop.com/Royals, the official source for your Kansas City Royals gear. And that does include gear for the little ones. Ty France gets hit right between the numbers to start the top of the 5th inning.
That's a curveball. Just didn't get it where he wanted to put it.
That's a curveball that didn't curve.
That's right.
So Seth Lugo pokes the Royals killer bear that is Ty France.
8th time he's been hit this year, and that's the most on the team.
It was a 7-pitch inning for Seth Lugo in the top of the 4th inning. Had a double play turned behind him. There have been a couple double plays turned behind him tonight. Can he get another?
Ball to strike.
Two and two. Well, Cronenworth has been pretty good since coming back from the injured list right at the end of June. And hitting over 300 in his 14 games since then. That was all after he missed a couple of months with the concussion and the concussion symptoms. Meanwhile, Lugo is through 4 scoreless. He's pitching into the 5th inning, something he did not do in his last start. The pitch count got ratcheted up early against the Orioles. He only completed 4 innings. He has in fact not completed 5 innings in either of his last 2 starts. And this from a pitcher that the Royals have relied on for length. That is what Lugo has given this team ever since he signed in 2024.
Well, he's doing what he always does to hitters, opposing hitters, with those 9 pitches, keep them off balance, but he's locating them much better. Now they're fouling him off, but you can't control that. But he is finishing his pitches. Monty was talking about what does he need to do to get away from the home run ball, and that's to finish his pitches a little bit better, a little crisper, and finish, you know, those spinning breaking balls down in the zone.
Now the location's been much better tonight. He's avoided the home run ball, if only barely. Cronenworth flares it left center, and Isaac Collins lines it up. One away.
In the open of our show, we talked about consistency, and the main 2 culprits there are pitching and defense. And the defense has been helping him. Lugo, you kidding? Very first hitter of the game, second hitter of the game. Here we go, roll him up to the pitcher's best friend. A little 5-4-3, not once, but twice. That's what's working and saving that pitch count for him. Believe it. Pitching and defense go hand in hand. Gotta have it. Been a Royal staple for years.
Way outside to Miguel Andujar. It's the Padres DH tonight. Well, the Royals rotation was giving the team basically a quality start every other game for the first couple of months of the year, but those have been fewer and further between over the last couple of months. And the Royals only have 9 quality starts since the beginning of June. First 2 months of the season, they had 30.
Lugo has already put 2 guys in the lane. Why not make it 3 here? Be a beautiful thing. Andujar is grounded into 10 double plays this season, so he's a definite candidate.
You got Andujar guessing there.
Yeah, that was a good ground ball pitch. 93, 2-seamer. We've had a couple of 5-4-3s. How about a 6-4-3? Oh, not this time.
That's just inside the bag and down the line into the corner. France is over to third, and he's held there.
Hard to get a ground ball when your pitch is elevated, but he's coming down on this pitch and swinging and tommyhawking, and he pulled it just right over that bag. Nothing Lofton could do there. Good job by Collins getting the ball in. Now he's going to have to go to work here, hold this lead.
1-0 Royals, top of the 5th. And a couple in scoring position. Luis Campusano walked his first time up. The Royals have the infield halfway, so still on the dirt, but crept in.
And you know that's to get that out at home if Ty France does go on a ground ball, but also being back more than not on the grass, it gives him more range. The ball gets hit to the left or right, they can get to it a little easier than when you're all the way in. You're giving them ground. I want to check him out.
Did you notice something with Campusano?
I did not, but his manager did.
There's something in his eye.
Well, see, the managers and the trainers, they all have a heads up on something. Okay, they know what's going on. Look at the grimace there. Are you kidding me? Yeah, that looks like something's going on. Something hurt him. And so they all know beforehand what to look for. Whenever a guy grimaces like that, they know something's bothering him. These players, man, they're playing a sport every single day. For high stakes, it's not an easy business. So they're all playing with something, and most of them are trained to play through it. But can you play through it? That's the question.
Well, Camposano's at least going to try.
I'm not sure where that grimace came from. Was it an upper body, lower body? You can't tell, and we won't speculate. But he's hurting somewhere. Good try on the slow curve there at 65.
That pitch is hypnotic.
That's a good word. If it's down in the ground, he swings at it, but it was elevated and he was able to foul it off. So he'd have located that a little bit better. It would have had more of an effect. Struck him out. That's what he needs. A strikeout or a pop-up here. Or a little ground ball.
Padres are a .500 team. A big part of that is an offense that has scored the fewest runs per game in baseball this year, just under 4 runs a game. They have the lowest batting average in baseball. They have the lowest OPS in baseball. They are, however, middle of the pack when it comes to hitting with runners in scoring position.
Keep the ball down.
Still 2-2. Lugo has kept his former team at bay to this point. He had a really good start against him last year in San Diego. 6 1/3 innings of 1-run ball. And at one point that day he retired 18 in a row. There's a grounder, and it goes off Massey's glove into center. France is in, and Duhar comes across, and the Royals trail for the first time tonight. It's 2-1.
Not the easiest attempt at a backhand like that. That was hit pretty hard. Okay, ball hit close to 100 miles an hour. A couple hopper, too bad. Yeah, Massey, he'll tell you he'd like a redo on that, because that froze the runners and everybody. They weren't coming on the play. I mean, he wasn't coming home, so that definitely would have kept him in there with 2 outs. Instead, they got 2 runs.
Now that is a rare error from Michael Massey.
Yeah. So that was a good, timely mound visit there by Brian Sweeney.
Now Massey only had 1 error at second base all of last year, and that was in fact his first error at second base this year.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Came at the wrong time. So here it is. We'll show it to you. It's a 2 hopper. Watch this. 1, 2, 3. 3 hopper. And that 3rd hopper got him. Just misjudged the bounce and didn't open up his glove enough. But Brian Sweeney, pitching coach for the Royals, came out and said, hey, okay, we'll give you a little breather here, Seth. Can't pick up Massey here, and let's double this guy up. Roll a little ground ball here. We'll get out of the inning.
I wonder if Massey saw Andujar taking off for 3rd the way that he did. You know, if Massey feels that cleanly, France probably isn't going anywhere. And Andujar's caught him between 2nd and 3rd.
Absolutely.
Nowhere to go.
That Massey's heads up enough. If I see that happening, or it happened, could have happened. I don't know.
And a center, a base hit for Tatis.
Sinker. Sunk. 110 exit velo. Crushed it. See how that little arm angle right there, but that stayed in the middle and was not fooled. Hitter's going to stride to the ball, keep his good head position, keeping it down, didn't pull off it. Got him a knock up the middle. Those are good feeling pitches to hit.
So Tatis is 2 for 3, and the only out that he's made nearly left the ballpark. The Cags robbed Tatis of a homer in the very first play of the game. Another chance for Massey. He fields that one cleanly and starts a double play.
There you go.
And that ends the inning. Gorgeous sunset tonight in Kansas City, and look at that skyline in downtown KC. We see it thanks to our Rally House Rally Can. Halfway through tonight's game, bottom of the 5th, and the Royals are now down 2-1. Padres got a couple of runs in the top of the 5th. A hit batter, a double, a costly error, and so the Royals trail for the first time tonight.
Nothing worse, but still, you know, this game here, middle of the game, Massey's going to have a chance to change that. And there's nothing worse than that.
He'd be due up 8th in this inning, so if he gets a chance in this inning, that means some good things have happened. 82 pitches for Michael King. He certainly had to grind through his fair share tonight. Had a 21-pitch second, a 28-pitch third inning. Set the Royals down in order on 14 pitches in the 4th with a couple of strikeouts. He's got 4 Ks tonight. He's issued just 1 walk. The Royals have 4 hits. Most impactful was Lane Thomas's homer. And the Royals had a good chance to score in the 3rd after a leadoff double. But Carter Jensen got stranded there. Bounce up the middle, and Xander Bogaerts makes the play. 1 out. Now a message from UMB Private Wealth.
Is my retirement plan on track?
Are my investments aligned with my goals?
Is my plan built for the long run?
Schedule an appointment today.
Back-to-back quality starts for Michael King. He's got 3 quality starts his last 4 outings. Started to find that 2-seamer that had eluded him in the beginning of the year. Hasn't gotten a ton of run support, but he's a big part of this Padre rotation. And that's what they signed him to be. And Michael King declined the qualifying offer this past offseason, then signed a 3-year contract with the Padres. There are player options for next year and the year after that. Well, after the Padres got him as part of the return for Juan Soto, the Padres traded Soto to the Yankees. Major League debut with the Yankees in 2019. He's been with the Padres the last 3 years. The numbers are relatively similar. He's been remarkably consistent over the course of his 8 years in the big leagues.
Yeah, you know, in this business, lots of times you can't control where you go or where you're going to pitch, all that. So it's a great experience, no matter what, no matter what city you're in.
And the big difference you can see is that Michael King was mostly a reliever during his time with the Yankees, sparingly a starter, and he has been a stalwart of the Padres rotation since switching coasts.
Carter has a nice plate appearance going here. Found some pitches off. He's getting some confidence going. Maybe he can get a hold of one here.
Well, the Royals have really gone to work on Michael King's pitch count. That is the 25th foul ball by a Royals hitter tonight. And an excellent plate appearance.
The catcher is challenging the ball call.
It's a walk for now. ABS, powered by T-Mobile, says it remains a walk.
The pitch
and the Padres
is a
are out
ball.
of challenges.
It is a walk. San Diego has no challenges remaining.
So Camposano goes 1 for 3 on challenges. And none left for the Padres the rest of the night. Look at the Padres bullpen. Lefty is Yuki Matsui. The righty is Bradley Rodriguez. Big weekend for Bobby. Big Bobby bobblehead weekend for Bobby. Slice down the line, long run for Tatis, and a hop in a foul ground. He's got it.
And you know, Tatis, he looks like he's favoring some part of his lower half there. He looked like he's not quite 100%, but he was able to get to it. And that's the guy you want to make sure you make the catch on. Guy that could hurt you.
Well, Bobby's 0 for 3 tonight, and now Cags. Likely near the end of the line for King, who just threw his 96th pitch. In the air, deep to left.
Go ball.
Sheets to the track, and he's got it right up against the out-of-town scoreboard. Royals baseball is presented by Yingling Flight, the next generation of light beer. By your local Kansas City Honda dealers. And by Commerce Bank, proud to be the official banking services provider of the Kansas City Royals. Great to have baseball back after the All-Star break, and great to be back at Kauffman Stadium. Remember, the Royals finished the first half on the road, and so this is the first time that the Royals have been back in town since 4th of July weekend. That series against the Phillies, which ended with that 15-run outburst against Christopher Sanchez. And so everybody's back, and everybody is shirtless.
Well, not everyone, but a good portion of the young men are.
All those guys up there are shirtless. The tarps off movement has not lost any steam since we saw its genesis in St. Louis back in May.
That's crazy. Royals were in town, weren't they?
Yep. Some might say that the Royals sparked the tarps off movement.
We're just happy they're here.
Everyone's having a good time. That's all that matters.
Yeah. Got a good ball game here. 4 hits for each team. That's it. Good pitching. I'm sure we'll see another arm from the bullpen next inning for the Padres.
It's off the end of the bat, and Isaac Collins takes care of it. 1 away. Now Lugo's trying to complete 6 innings tonight. That's something that he hasn't done in a while. He's completed 5 innings for the first time in his last couple of starts. He hasn't gone 6 since his start against the Rays in Tampa. It was also his last quality start. Strike 1 on Machado. Who entered tonight with a 7-game on-base streak. It has been a struggle offensively for Machado this year, but he's turned a corner over the last few weeks now. So his first 60-ish games hit 174. Since June 20th, he's hitting 307.
Well, you want to know one of the reasons why. He's squaring up fastballs. He's getting the fastball. Call him off. I don't know. Yeah, you know, a guy at 34 years old, you'd think, you know, they could blow fastballs by him, but he's been jumping on them since then, so he's not seeing as many. Well, that's, you know, a pitch that most guys want to see because it's a straight pitch and it's a little bit easier to square up and barrel. and he's catching on. But they're not. They're spinning it on him now. So you know, you adjust, and then the league adjusts. Pitchers adjust to you. That's usually how it goes. That's why they call it the game of adjustments.
Shallow flare, left center. Thomas closes and makes a sliding grab.
That wasn't easy. He made it look easy. My goodness, what a skillful player.
Got a group for a
Sonic Slam inning contestant for tonight is Mark Jackson from Platte City, Missouri. If a Royals player hits a home run this inning, Mark wins $2,000. If it's a grand slam, Mark will win $25,000. Visit the QR code for more information on how you can be a contestant. New pitcher for the Padres. This is Bradley Rodriguez. His 38th appearance.
Yeah, I mean, you know, this young man here has got some pretty good stuff. Bradley. How about that for a first name? You hear Bradley, you know, but Bradley. Rodriguez, he's Venezuelan, and a wonderful pitcher. He's got some good stuff. I mean, like really a power sinker. He can do 100. Slider, change. Watch out. That's a hard. Look at that changeup at 91.
He is part of what has been a very good Padres bullpen, 6th lowest bullpen ERA in baseball. The Padres have leaned on their bullpen a lot, and for good reason. Thomas rips it to left, and Gavin Sheets has to play it on a hop. A brief bobble, but Thomas stays put at first. He's on base for a 3rd time tonight out of the cleanup spot.
Yeah, why not? A walk and 2 knocks. That's a breaking ball in the front of the up in the zone, right in his wheelhouse. He'd like to got under that.
So a homer, a walk, and now a single for Thomas, who was 3 for 4 with a double going into the break. Now he's 2 for 2 with a homer coming out of the break. He has stayed hot.
Change up at 90. Guy that throws 100. That's what Pasquantino was looking for. Fouls it off the end of his bat.
And this is a Padre bullpen that has a lot of high velocity. Mason Miller leads that charge with his triple-digit heater. Adrian Morejon is right up there with him.
Yep, Royals
on the left side.
Hoping they don't see any of those guys. They most likely will in 3 games.
Well, it's one of the reasons why this is a Padre bullpen that has one of the highest strikeout rates of any bullpen in baseball, and specifically has the highest swinging strike rate of any bullpen in baseball. So they get more swings and misses than any group of relievers.
It's kind of what you want. Other word for it is whiffs.
Rodriguez has 37 strikeouts. And what is his rookie year? He did debut last year with the Padres, but only pitched in 7 games. Entered this year as one of the top prospects in their organization. Made his first opening day roster. Still just 22 years old. It was 5 innings of 1-run ball for Michael King, whose longest battle came with Vinny Pasquantino to end the 3rd. That was an 11-pitch showdown. Out in front of the changeup at 92.
Yeah, so left-handed hitters see a lot more changeups from right-handed pitchers because that ball has to kind of fade and goes down and away from them. And they like to get him out in front, pop up the ball. And then he'll challenge him in. Ooh, a little too much in. All right, see if they can mount a rally. They got nobody out. They got the meat of the order coming up.
Well, the Royals got a leadoff double in the 3rd inning from Carter Jensen, but failed to score, failed to move over. Now they've got 1st and 2nd, nobody out, trailing by 1. So at minimum need a productive out. At best, a base hit could tie the game. No, really at best, a home run would put the Royals in front.
Well, I hope he guesses right. Likes his changeup. Lefties and righties.
He throws the changeup a little over 40% of the time.
That's a heavy sinker. Bowling ball sinker. But when it's elevated like that, got a chance to hit it out of the park.
Slow roll to short. Bogart's double clutched and throws wide, and it rolls toward right. Here comes Thomas, and the game is tied at 2. The Royals capitalize on the Padres' defensive miscue. And so both teams have given the other a run tonight.
Bogart's only his 4th error of the season. This is rare. Okay, he bobbles it right here. He couldn't get it out cleanly, so he had to rush it. He felt like he did. He had time because they still could double up the captain. The throw was way off, and Cronenworth couldn't handle it. He tried to get one for sure, but there was no chance there, and the Royals will take it. That's right. You give them and you take it.
Well, that is what the Padres were hoping to see with Bradley Rodriguez on the mound. He gets a ton of ground balls, and that one developed pretty slowly, and so Bogarts rushed it after double clutching, and so Ruben Diablo, the pitching coach, comes out for a chat. And when all said and done, it's runners on the corners, still nobody out, game tied at 2, and the guy who made the error that gave the Padres the lead has a chance to take that lead right back for the Royals.
I told you, that's one thing that Massey can control is up there. He'll come up and he'll get a chance to get those runs back with his bat. So this is it. Good opportunity. Pick up one. Heck, there's nobody out. Look for a pitch that you can drive in the alley or get it up so you can get a sac fly or better. I'm sorry, Vinny came down and talked to him. Were you going to say something about that?
That was exactly what I was going to say.
Vinny came down from 3rd base to talk to Massey in the hitter's circle right there. And I'm sure he told him, hey, look, guy likes his changeups. Be ready.
And there is a first pitch changeup from Rodriguez.
Always helps take a deep breath and exhale slowly. Helps calm the nervous system. Wish I'd have learned that in my day.
That's behind D-Hall, 1-1.
Yeah. Come to the ballpark, you get excited about playing, you find yourself in the lineup. Now you get a chance to hit. Over 30,000 here tonight. It puts a little pressure on yourself sometimes.
In the air to the right field corner, foul.
But you want to tell yourself that the pressure is on the pitcher, not me, not the hitter.
One and two on Massey. He was 1 for 2 with a single tonight. Souvenirs for everybody tonight. Both these teams are just sending foul ball after foul ball back into the seats.
Yeah. Right on it.
That is a really good changeup, isn't it?
That's tough. When you got 99, you know, and then you come up with that 10-mile-an-hour difference. That's hard to lay off on. Guess what, though? There's still less than 2 outs and a chance to score that run with a sac fly or better.
I got to stay off the ground.
That's right. Don't want that. Lofton hitting over 300 with a runner in scoring position.
And again, Rodriguez does a great job inducing ground balls. A ground ball rate up above 50%.
Ooh. Okay, now he's really in for it, for the battle. Matter of fact, Lofton's 302 to be exact with the runners in scoring position.
On the ground is short. Another chance for Bogarts. A sure-handed flip and a turn to first and a double play ball. Exactly what Rodriguez was looking for. But the Royals get the run back and the game is tied at 2. Do you have what it takes to be the next Royals TV Capital Federal Junior Broadcaster? Visit Royals.com/Junior Broadcaster to enter. New pitcher on the mound for the Royals. Steven Cruz takes the hill in a game tied at 2. And boy, has Steven Cruz been really good since the end of May.
Yeah, it sure is nice to see him step up. It's somebody in that bullpen looking for a role. That's exactly what they've been missing all season long, ever since Game 1 opening day when Estevez got hurt. So look, this has been an incredible recovery for him, for Cruz, especially throwing strikes. That's the big difference. Getting his power fastball in there. He's got some really good stuff. Upper 90s with his fastball. He's 6'7", 230. That helps leverage. He gets a little downhill pop. He's also going to mix in a slider and a cutter at 90.
And he's been throwing strikes. He's been limiting the walks.
That's the biggest thing.
The only blemishes for Cruz since the end of May have been 2 home runs. He's given up 4 total runs since the end of May. 3 of them on a 3-run homer from Ivan Herrera of the Cardinals. And then he gave up a solo homer in New York.
God, you know, that's going to happen, especially when you're in that zone. Big league hitter's going to take you deep every so often. As long as they're solo shots, that's okay. But
the solo shot in New York was an ambush kind of swing.
Yeah.
First batter he faced in the first inning as an opener, A.J. Ewing. How about 98 at the eyes, and Ty France is down swinging.
2 chances to hit that, slim and none.
Well, the Royals get 10 or more strikeouts, get a free Frito-Lay snack the next day at Price Chopper. It is 4 strikeouts for Royals pitching tonight. Seth Lugo had 3 strikeouts in his quality start tonight. Seth was solid. 6 innings of 2-run ball. Only 1 of those 2 runs was earned.
Well, you know, that's huge. That really is big. Not just for Seth, but for the entire starting rotation.
Now that is starting the second half on the quality foot. Cronenworth needs a new bat. Well, the Royals had only had 9 quality starts since the beginning of June. And it has been a while since the Royals' most recent quality start. In fact, you've got to go back to Lugo's quality start on July 1st. That was the most recent one. Flair over Cruz, and Bobby Witt Jr.'s there. Cronenworth's out, 2 away. Now a message from your local Kansas City Toyota dealers.
Dear Friday, let's put good times in gear. Toyota trucks. Toyota. Let's go places.
Two up, 2 down for Cruz. Now he faces Miguel Andujar. Andujar set the stage for the Padres' runs in the 5th with a 1-out double. And now he carves one deep to right center field, and it carries off the fence. Another double for Andujar, and he's in scoring position.
Pretty nice. Little bit. That's the second double now we've seen from off of his bat. Andujar. He's a DH batting in the 8-hole, and there's no chance to catch that one.
That's center cut 99.
That's right. Right down the middle. He was on it.
That's basically, here's my fastball, try and hit it.
Yeah, and that's a challenge pitch, and he did.
It's 19 doubles for Miguel Andujar, and is the most on the team. Jensen challenges.
The catcher is challenging the ball call.
We look at ABS, powered by T-Mobile.
The pitch is a strike. The count is 0-2. Kansas City has 2 challenges remaining.
Good challenge for Carter. Now that cutter especially has been such a weapon for Cruz over these last few weeks. It's coming in at 92, 93 miles an hour.
Yeah, it's a definite fooler for a hitter. You see that last minute break on a cutter like that, and most of the time it shocks you. Stay off it. If it's for a strike, it's a surprise.
101.2 on that last fastball. Not far off from the fastest pitch of his career. Thomas was in right center, and he makes the run over to left center. Campusano's out. It's a scoreless inning for Cruz. This game is still tied at 2.
We're celebrating.
Kansas City Royals baseball is presented by your Kansas City area Kia dealers. Visit kia.com to discover movement that inspires. By Menards, save big money at Menards. And by Boulevard Brewing Company, official craft beer of the Royals. What a beautiful waxing crescent moon we have tonight up above Kansas City. And there is Adrian Morejon. Powerful lefty out of the Padres bullpen. 58 strikeouts and only 12 walks in his 50 innings this year.
Ooh, man. Left-handed bats under 200. Right-handed bats got a little better chance. That ball's coming into him. Ooh, man, right on him. Good swing.
Just a casual 100-mile-an-hour sinker.
That's what I mean. That's what it looks like, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Blink and you'll miss it. It is the 5th highest average fastball velocity in baseball. And oh, by the way, it's one of his bullpen mates who's in front of him on that list, and Mason Miller.
Yeah. Morejon from Cuba.
27-year-old.
Pretty good changeup, too. He's holding it with that grip right now. Not showing the ball, but there he is. He likes to. Anytime a pitcher shows the ball to the hitter, that's intentional. Ooh, good swing.
Fairly deep to left, but playable for Gavin Sheets.
Almost got him. Changeup was elevated. So that pitcher, he shows you a grip on the ball, and these guys are pros. They've been doing this for a long time, and so a hitter, he'll say, "Okay, I know you're trying to trick me, but I'm gonna watch you put that ball in your glove And if you change, if I see any fingers moving in your glove, that means you're changing the pitch. So these guys, they watch it like a hawk. There's a first pitch fastball guess, and it was a slider.
And Jensen pops out. Another one for Sheets. So here comes Bobby Witt Jr. with 2 outs. By the way, you cannot miss this Bobby and Michael royalty giveaway. Be one of the first 10,000 fans to the K on August 8th. Receive a free royalty honoring Bobby and Michael's gold gloves from last year. Purchase tickets at royals.com/promotions. It'll be a Saturday game against the Cubs for that giveaway. Bobby's 0 for 3.
Hitter goes up facing a guy like this, knows all the reports, has everything in his mind, especially the velocities and everything. And then, so some of them, first pitch fastball is what they think they want. And then the catcher, he kind of thinks along with the hitter and calls the changeup and pulls the string, makes you miss.
And there's the changeup again at 93, and Adrian Morejon retires the Royals in order.
What matters most.
Mo Willems' popular kids series is coming to life at the K on August 23rd on Elephant and Piggy Day. Bring the whole family and enjoy special activities, surprises, and maybe even a chance to meet Elephant and Piggy. Take home a special Elephant and Piggy themed bobblehead with the purchase of a themed ticket. You can purchase your themed tickets at royals.com/elephantpiggy. John Schreiber's on for the 8th inning, trying to preserve this time. He gets the top of the Padre lineup: Tatis, Merrill, and Bogarts. Righty, lefty, righty for Schreiber.
That's a nice sweeper right there. One of the newer pitches for Schreiber. Sinker, four-seamer. Change-up, cutter. That sweeper. Change-up's an effective pitch for righties and lefties.
His 41st appearance this season for Schreiber, most on the team. The sky is also still blue.
Yeah, look, he loves it.
And he's been great against righties. They've hit just 167 against him. The lefties have given him a little bit more trouble. They're hitting 343 against him.
Not getting his changeup where he wants it.
That's to deep right. Long run for Caglione, and he grabs it on the track.
What a nice route. Look, ball sometimes you can't tell how hard it's hit, but you can tell by the sound. Caglione has turned that right field position into his own. Okay, watch him look down. Okay, that little slight look down to see where he was. Want to know how far he had to go. Tracked it well.
He got depth, and then he got the direction the last couple of steps.
That's right. You got to take a peek down, see where you are sometimes.
It's impressive, too, the way that Cags has played right field, especially that he's been playing a lot more first base over the last few weeks in Vinny Pasquantino's absence. I mean, he's picked up right where he's left off in right field. Well, those instincts that he's honed, that muscle memory that he's honed, hasn't gone away.
No, not at all. He's a good athlete. The Royals, you know, they took him as one of the #1 picks. They're looking for athletes. Heck, and he's special too. Caglione, I mean, he was a two-way star. I mean, you know, and
well, they didn't call him Jack Tani for nothing.
That's right. But I like Lumberjack, and I think the Royals do too. They think
that's pretty good too.
That's where he's going to be. And you're going to carry a big stick. And it takes a few years to kind of get your feet underneath you and then watch out.
He is set to lead off the bottom of the 8th inning.
Down, but a good location. That's 94. That's plenty good velocity right there for John. Get anybody out. The velocity is not the big deal. It's changing speeds and locating like that right there. That sweeper at 84.
Former Red Sox teammates going head to head. Both in Boston in 2022. Bogarts last year there before he signed his 11-year contract with the Padres. Sprayed down the right field line and out of play. Well, the Padres have a bunch of players on long-term deals. It's an 11-year contract for Bogarts. It's a 14-year contract for Fernando Tatis Jr. Manny Machado has an 11-year deal. He's on deck. Rolled to short. Big hop off the lip of the grass, and Bobby Witt Jr. takes care of the rest. Inning over. Big game for Lane Thomas tonight. He is due up second in the bottom of the 8th. We're tied at 2. Kansas City Royals baseball is presented by Metropolitan Community College. Hometown advantage, 120 plus degrees and certificates. Classes enrolling now. mcckc.edu/youranywhere. Tie game, bottom of the 8th. Jack Caglione leads off against Adrian Morejon. This is power on power. Hard shot on the ground and through the right side. A leadoff single for Cags, and he carries the potential go-ahead run. And here comes Tyler Tolbert on cue out of the first base dugout to pinch run.
Yeah, 112. There you go. The ball's hit hard. Had some top spin on it. Roll it right through.
Boy, that is not an easy matchup, left on left. And Caglione proved that in the power versus power matchup, his power won. And now Tyler Tolbert's into the game to pinch run at first base. Padres do have a righty getting up, Ron Marinaccio. Meanwhile, the Royals have Alex Lang starting to loosen in their bullpen. The Royals can get a run across. The top of the 9th becomes a save situation. And a check over to Tolbert at first. Everybody knew it was coming.
Sure enough, look, it's not an easy job. You don't just get out there and get a lead and run. You study. He does a lot of homework on pitchers and bullpen guys, especially guys late in games who could come in. They can pull up video from all these pitchers and they figure out. They go, hey, give me a shot of that guy. They've got great video people that coordinate down there, and they're able to pull stuff up for you and be very helpful.
Tolbert was a little bit unsure on that last pitch.
Yeah.
It's kind of caught ball going in both directions. Tolbert takes off. Pitches outside. Throw down. Not in time. Tolbert's got a steal. His 11th this season.
That's right. Great jump. Had plenty of speed. Cronenworth, he knows, as he's been watching video too, that you keep the tag on him because he'll go head first, but between his upper body and his lower half sometimes comes off the base. So, but there he's keeping his hand on there. Okay, the oven mitt hand stayed on the base there. They couldn't get him out. That's a good idea. Okay, look at him now. He's where he should be. So don't steal third unless you know you can do it 100%. It's all you want to be in. Scoring position right here.
Runner on second, nobody out.
That's it. Just, take it unless you can get it.
To the right side, that moves Tolbert to third. It's a productive out for Lane Thomas, who's had a terrific night tonight. A homer in the second inning. He singled and scored in the sixth. He's made some excellent defensive plays in center. And now a productive out here in the eighth.
Believe it. Now that's going to pull the Padres infield in here. And with Pasquatch, knows exactly what to do in this situation. Lefty, it's not going to be easy. But still, look for something. Infield drawn in, you don't have to do a lot. Get something to the outfield.
Up and in. Oh, man, look out.
My gosh. That's 100. Ooh. Get back in there with some confidence, Vinny. Don't let him do that to you. Oh, man.
That is 100 with some teeth coming right at your own.
That's right. Chin music there. Yeah. Yeah.
I think he might have caught a glimpse of the velocity.
Yeah, that'll loosen you up for sure. Now watch him stay in there. Get that base hit to left. See, that's what Morejon's doing here. He is keeping the ball in on Vinny so he can't get extended and use that big field and left. He's going to try to come in again. Three in a row. That's hard to hit in there with 100.
Now Vinny knows where it's going to be. It's just a matter of catching up to it.
Yep, that's tough to catch up to a pitch like that, especially with the movement, velocity.
Go ahead run 90 feet away. Neither team is a hit with a runner in scoring position tonight. Dribbled back to the mound. Here comes Tolbert, and now he's caught between home. Dive to the plate. He's out. Tolbert went on contact, and Morejon made the play.
Oh, man, that's tough. That's a tough read. Now you want to make sure the ball gets by the pitcher. That's one of the things the third base coach always tells you. See the ball by the pitcher if you're going on the ground. But obviously he was going on contact. And he almost was able to recover with a nice slide there, but Campusano was able to get that hand.
Maybe a little too jumpy.
Yep.
Pasquantino takes off for second. Campusano's throw is not in time, and Vinny's got a stolen base. He shows off the wheels.
That's his fourth on the season. He hasn't been caught.
He's never been caught. And don't you forget it.
Yeah. Boy, that right leg, that leg almost got caught on the base. Boy, that's good that he didn't do that. So, but he's in scoring position. Not the same wheels as Tolbert, but hey, a well-placed ball can score him.
And boy, how good does that probably feel after Morejon buzzed his tower a couple times?
Would have felt better had he hit a dinger.
Oh, sure. Here's a message from Rally House.
The season starts at Rally House. From jerseys and hats to tumblers for game day, it's where outrageous selection meets every fan's style.
I guarantee you they're talking about with first base open right there. You want to face the captain, or would you rather face Massey, the left-handed hitter, on deck? That's the dilemma.
Salvi has been vastly better against left-handed pitching this season.
Yeah, you can't pitch to him.
And it would have been a surprise if they did.
Nah. But see, now this is a great spot for Michael Massey. Again, he comes up in a situation that he has a chance to redeem the error that cost him 2 runs. The only 2 runs on the board was his error. So now he has a chance to do something here off a really tough left-hander. He's going to have to earn it, there's no doubt. But it's good to see him in this spot, and he wants to be here.
Potential go-ahead run at second base. Sinker at 101.
Have to look for that pitch. You don't want to get beat by it again. Be ready for it.
And another sinker at 101. Now, Massey came up with runners on the corners and nobody out in the 6th. Struck out swinging. Now he's got first and second, 2 out here in the 8th.
To shorten up the swing.
And he shoots it to left center. Here comes Pasquantino. Merrill unleashes the throw home.
Gets there.
Pasquantino's in there. The Royals have the lead.
Michael Massey saying, give me one more chance. I can do it. And they threw the first 2 fastballs right by him. And how dare you come back with a 3rd straight heater? Michael Massey says, let me see it. All right, 101. There you go. Not easy contest. Left on left. Another one. And now you tried it again. Hundy's not going to work. Went to the well too often there. And Michael Massey had a lot on stake there. He says, hey, give me one more chance. And I'm going to do it. Good hard slide there. Look at Vinny showing some skills, stealing his 4th base. That was huge. Royals now looking for some insurance.
Lofton rolls it to short, and Bogarts makes the play. The inning is over. It's a redemptive RBI single for Michael Massey. Vinny Pasquantino uses his speed. The Royals have a 1-run lead.
Grandma's happy.
Back at Kauffman Stadium, Jeff Montgomery, Bridget Howard, Monty, a big inning there for the Royals. But let's talk about the starting pitching. Solid all around tonight. Yeah,
pitching did a great job. Seth Lugo got things going. A couple relievers now need one more solid inning here. Finish it up.
All right, let's go Royals. We'll be back after the final out. Jake?
All right, Bridget, thanks very much. Monty, thanks very much. There is Michael Massey. He had the costly error in the 5th inning, but he's got the go-ahead hit as well. A 2-out RBI single in the 8th against Adrian Morejon to put the Royals in front. Tyler Tolbert stays in the game in right field, and Alex Lang is on the mound to try and get the save.
He's got the stuff. He just got to locate and put the ball exactly where he wants it. Hard slider, strike 1. 4-seamer, 2-seam sink, and a changeup.
It's in these spots where Alex has been at his best this season. He has 8 saves in as many tries. In the save situations that he's entered, he has not allowed an earned run. 7 1/3 total innings in save situations. And he is in to close out a 1-run game.
I told you, Manny's looking for the fastball. He's hunting that pitch.
Uncorked to right. The ball will find you. Tyler Tolbert's up to the challenge. 1 away. Getting ready for some fireworks after the game, presented by Price Chopper and Oreo. Great crowd tonight. You can see it on our Rally House rally cam. Strike 1 on Gavin Sheets. That's golf to right center.
Yeah. He's got power. Not tonight.
2 outs. Well, the Royals have lacked consistency throughout this season, but tonight, in just about every area, they have checked the box. The offense has come through with timely hits and Vinny Pasquantino's speed. Don't forget that. The pitching has been quality. A quality start from Seth Lugo, and the bullpen has locked it down. And while Michael Massey did commit the error in the 5th, he also has what very well may be the game-winning hit in the 8th. Strike 1 on Ty France.
Kidding me, Pasquatch. That stolen base there he picked up with Tyler Tolbert. Got thrown out.
In the air, deep to left, and Ty France has Ty France. Oh, so close, and yet just out of reach. We're tied at 3.
All these guys got power in 97. That middle is not going to work there. Too bad. Royals worked hard for that opportunity there to shut it down. Got just one out to go, and wouldn't you know it, who it was? A guy who's been ruining Royals parties for years.
That'll take the air out. That is the first run that Alex Lang has allowed in a save situation this season.
Painful.
And it is his first blown save as a Royal. So now it's about getting the last out and sending this to the bottom of the 9th, tied at 3. Massey handles it. Inning over. Damage done. Isaac Collins, Carter Jensen, Bobby Witt Jr. due up in the bottom of the 9th. Well, we've got a tie game in the bottom of the 9th inning, and both teams have scored in the late inning, son.
Yeah, hey, look, this is very gutsy right there by Pasquale, saying, I'm getting in the scoring position. Massey on the 3rd straight fastball in a row. He says, I'm not taking that 3rd one. I'm going to knock in a game winner. Good hard slide there by Pasquale. And then, wouldn't you know it, Ty France ruins it. Rats. What a swing.
And now the Royals contend with Mason Miller.
Fall in there.
Isaac Collins breaks his bat and drops one in fair. That bat died a hero.
Sure did. It looked like that had hit all over it. And, you know, Machado, he can throw that ball from different arm angles. And he's able to flip this ball to second base to keep Collins from going to a second. Oh, that's right just side of the line. But watch him wing that ball over there and got it in. Good play. Now let's see if they can play a little situational ball off one of the best closers in the world.
Potential winning run at first. An all-star closer, Mason Miller, who just dials up triple digits like it's nothing.
Miller is a hard slider and cutter. Everything hard.
And he strikes out the world. Just about every other batter strikes out against him. Only faced one batter in the All-Star game on Tuesday, but of course struck him out. Two-time All-Star now.
Yeah, that's a good pitch up there. It's hard because guys are looking for the heater. And, you know, you want to face this guy. Kidding me? You know, you're supposed to strike out against him. But, you know, when you get a hit off him, how's that make you look?
Well, not only that, but you'd rather face him in a tie game.
Right? Get there.
Jensen drives it deep right center field. That ball is off the base of the wall. Collins heads for 3rd. Wilson holds him there. Back-to-back hits against Mason Miller.
That's right. You want to face a guy like this. Nice drive, hit the base of the wall. Alex Lang just gave him one measly run in his save situation. And now the Royals are picking him up right away off one of the best closers in the world. Good swing, slider down, tagged it just right. Yeah, let nobody get in that one. Boy, that's a good thing. Nice play by Tatis. Had that ball gotten by Tatis, game over.
Well, no chance for Bobby Witt Jr. He's being intentionally walked. That loads the bases for Jack Caglione. Oh, sorry, pardon. Tyler Tolbert had pinch hit. This is Josh Rojas who's pinch hitting here for Tolbert.
Yeah, nice opportunity. Okay, young man here. He's got over 5 years of experience in the big leagues. They're looking to see, okay, who we facing here. Look, just that quick. The Royals have responded in a beautiful way. Heck, and now this is really nice for Rojas. Opportunity here.
Now, Rojas made his Royals debut in a very memorable way. A well-traveled day, playing in 2 games on the same day in 2 different states and 2 different time zones, and he came through with a game-winning hit, and that was off the bench against the Twins.
Yeah, are you kidding? He's 3 for 7 with a home run and 4 RBIs off the bench. No wonder he's chewing his gum with confidence. I would too. Heck yeah. Everything to gain, nothing to lose here. Nobody out. Runners at second and third. Their infield's in. Just get you a pitch and stay short to the ball. Easier said than done.
Strike one at 102.
Let him supply the power. Just put a little easy swing on him. 70%. Too hard a swing. The pitch was up. Made it look hard.
Collins carries the potential winning run at third.
He might go up there again.
And Rojas is down on the heater.
That's what Miller does. Okay, now one of the best hitters, hottest hitters on the team, getting a chance now here, but there's no chance you can hit that. You swing at it once, they're going to go there again.
It has been a big night for Lane Thomas. A homer that started the scoring in the second. He singled and scored in the sixth, and he's been excellent defensively.
Bounce one. We'll take it.
He already has the most memorable walk-off of the season. 3-run homer against the Angels. One and two. He has seen 3 consecutive sliders.
Well, they know because he's been on the heaters. Campusano, he's been the catcher. He's on fastballs tonight, even at 103.
And Miller blows it by him at 103.
Yep, this guy's nasty. Filthy.
When you get into that level of velocity, you start going to the decimal points. 103.4 on that fastball. And now it's up to Vinny Pasquantino. Hit a foul ground. And Machado gave it a look. Now, no longer can the Royals win the game with simply contact. They need a hit or a defensive miscue. Well, they have won a game on a walk-off wild pitch already this season.
I think Matt Quatraro would take that.
A blooper, a double, and an intentional walk have loaded the bases. Mason Miller, though, since then, back-to-back strikeouts. Back-to-back strikeouts with that overwhelming velocity. 1-2 on Vinny Pasquantino. And he's down on the slider. Mason Miller strikes out 3 in a row. The Royals strand the bases loaded, and we're going to extras at Kauffman Stadium. Well, you see the numbers and you know that he is incredible, and then you watch him and you understand why.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it looked pretty easy for his 2 hitters. Hey, look, a doinker and a real blast. And then Miller says, all right, I'm going to take advantage of a few guys here. High fastballs and that slider, a signature pitch, filthy. Says, all right, did my job. Now you guys do yours.
Fastballs at 102. Slider in the dirt to Vinny Pasquantino. That is why they call him the Reaper. Some changes for the Royals. Josh Rojas stays in the game to play third. That moves Nick Lofton into right field. And Lucas Erceg is on the mound to try and keep this game tied at 3. Jake Cronenworth is a placed runner at second base.
You got a guy up that can swing the bat. Had 19 doubles. Had a couple of them tonight. So are you going to ask him to bunt, or are you going to let him swing? I'm letting him swing.
And he is swinging, and it's 0-1. And it seems like most times you see the road team in extra innings play for multiple runs. More so than just the one.
Especially in this situation here where we just see a lot of it. With that extra runner at second base. If you can get that run in, sacrifice him. You know, we got him on now. Get him over and get him in. You can see that. And the home team can do the same thing. And when you got a guy like this who can hit, especially gappers, let him swing.
Erceg,
yeah, Erceg got a, you know, he's upper 90s with his 4-seamer, sinker, slider change. Looking to execute here.
These are kind of defensive swings.
Sure enough.
Duhar.
But that's what a good hitter does.
Yeah, he's just spoiling pitch after pitch.
That's all you do. You know, buy yourself a good pitch to hit. He plays a little first base, could play some outfield, but Padres are DH.
On the ground and down the line. And Cronenworth's in to score from second. And Duhar replaces him with his 3rd double of the game.
That's why you let him swing the bat, especially if you have a hitter up there. Look at that. That's an intentional 97-mile-an-hour swing at 70% swing.
And the Royals infield was playing him to pull. That's why Pasquantino's off the line at first.
And then he turned into a hustle double.
So the situation effectively resets. Runner on second, nobody out. But now the Royals are down 4-3. And Erceg faces a pinch hitter. This is Sungmoon Song.
Receive exclusive discounts, early ticket offers, and big news by joining the Royals community texting platform. Sign up today by texting Royals to 816-6-ROYALS.
Scouting report for Erceg before he faces Song. This is his rookie season. 29-year-old from Seoul, South Korea. That is that nation's capital. Played with the Kiwoom Heroes for the last several seasons in the KBO. Came over stateside this year.
Now this guy, he's gonna offered it the first pitch to bunt for sure, and that's kind of in his skill set. A little more than Andujar, who's a hitter who drove in the run.
And Song gets it down right back to Urseg, who bobbles after looking at third. Everybody's safe. Urseg probably didn't have much of a chance to get Andujar at third anyway, but the glance cost him. And there's still nobody out.
Well, the hard bunt changed Urseg's mind. You're thinking one out. I got to get it out here all the way. No question. So when he bunted it hard, and then Jensen looked like he was hollering third base.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Jensen was pointed at third.
Yeah, so, it's just an unfortunate situation here where the Royals aren't executing in a big-time moment.
So Song gets credit for a sacrifice, and Urseg's charged with an error. Now both teams have committed 2 errors tonight. For the Royals, it's Massey and Urseg. For the Padres, and Xander Bogaerts in the 6th. That led to a run. Jackson Merrill was charged with a throwing error in the 8th. So runners on the corners, nobody out. The Royals have the infield in, and Massey's playing up the middle at second, and Pasquantino holding on Song. .3-0 on Tatis. He was 2 for 4 tonight with a couple of singles. Urseg did pitch on Sunday in the first half finale. Gave up a home run to Samuel Basayo. Then hit Blaze Alexander, and there was a bit of a brouhaha. And Urseg came back to strike out the next couple. Base hit into right field for Tatis. And Andujar's in to score. Song goes to third. The Padres have scored twice in the 10th.
Tatis waiting for his pitch. He waited it out. Got a favorable hitter's count. Found him a 2-seamer about thigh high. There it comes right down in the middle. Great swing. Kept his hands inside. Utilized that hole on the right side. Easy swing.
Well, the Padres had not had a hit with a runner in scoring position until this inning, until Andujar's go-ahead double, and now Tatis adds to that tally with his single. Now, meanwhile, the Royals tonight have had plenty of opportunities. They have left 11 on base, and they have gone 1 for 15 with runners in scoring position. Massey's go-ahead single in the 8th is the lone hit with a runner in scoring position for the Royals tonight. And it is hard to shake the feeling that this is one that is well within reach, that is now starting to slip through the fingers.
Yeah, sure enough.
And it is, unfortunately, a familiar feeling. Two and 2 on Jackson Merrill, who's 0 for 4 tonight. Now, Seth Lugo gave the Royals a quality start, only allowed 2 runs. Only one of them was an earned run. And scoreless innings from Steven Cruz and John Schreiber. They both preserved what was a tie game at the time. Well, Michael Massey redeemed himself with his RBI single in the 8th. Alex Lang got 2 quick outs in the top of the 9th, but could not fully close the door. Merrill's tagged out. Song stays put. Tatis over to second. And the Royals had the bases loaded, nobody out, bottom of the 9th. No easy task to get through Mason Miller, but that is the best possible shot you're going to get.
Yeah, I mean, the first 2 made it look like it was going to happen. Of course, the dunker was a nice, lucky hit, but man, that second hit by Jensen was beautiful.
Now, the Royals, after loading the bases with nobody out, really just needed contact.
Yeah,
but that is the thing that Mason Miller is better than anybody else at baseball in preventing.
And those high heaters, you must lay off of those or he'll eat you alive, just like he did. And the slider's a wicked pitch, so he bared down when he had to. Reason he wants to pitch him inside is to jam him, get a little jam shot, slow roller to the left side here, infield.
Already 22 pitches for Ursig.
Yeah, that's been a tester for him.
That's deep to center. Chases Thomas just about to the track, deep enough for Song to tag and score. It is a 3-run top of the 10th for the Padres. And the Royals are down 6-3.
You leave a slider in the middle to Bogarts. He knows what to do with it. That's right there in the middle. Waited for it. Good head position. Stayed right down. Threw the ball. Did his job.
Tatis over to third. 2 outs now in the 10th. Into left. Collins is there. The inning is over. The Royals are chasing 3 in the bottom of the 10th. This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the Kansas City Royals and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Kansas City Royals. New catcher for the Padres, and it is Freddie Fermin back at Kauffman Stadium. And he takes over defensively after Luis Camposano was pinch hit for. And that is a warm welcome back for Freddie, who immediately gets a hello and a hug from Salvador Perez. Kyle Hart is the Padres' new pitcher. His 24th appearance this season. Vinny Pasquantino's the place runner at second.
There's a lefty here that's kind of a soft tossing lefty. He's not firm. There's nothing wrong with that. That's not a bad comment to have. I mean, soft tossing lefties, that's a hard job. It's not easy. He's got a sweeper, cutter, slider, fastball. He's not going to overpower you, but he'll trick you.
33-year-old, born in Cincinnati, grew up in that area, went to Indiana. It's a 19th round pick by the Red Sox in 2016. Debuted with the Red Sox in 2020. And then came back up to the big leagues at long last with the Padres last year. Now this would be his first major league save.
Yeah, this guy's worked hard. He's been around. And the reason is he knows how to locate and change speeds. You don't have to blow everybody away like Miller can with a fastball. This guy, he's going to finesse you.
Royals down 6-3 in the 10th. And not only has Kyle Hart never recorded a major league save, he has never had a major league save opportunity. And if you look not just at the big leagues, but at his time in the minors, he has 3 career save chances his entire professional career and 1 career save. That's this year with El Paso, the Padres AAA affiliate.
Don't count. You're a big leaguer. You're going to try to get one here, though. I like it. Maybe
just over Bogarts and down in the left.
Maybe the Royals can make it difficult on him.
That's the hope. Michael Massey steps to the plate as the potential tying run.
Yeah, I got a little split finger change there. That's off the end of the bat. Captain stayed with it well. But they all know, he's not going to overpower you, so you go ahead and kind of match him with that easy swing.
Now Hart just before the break threw a scoreless inning against the Blue Jays. He was in that series finale. The Padres won 2 out of 3, but before that he'd struggled. And given up 8 runs, 7 of them earned over his previous 3 appearances. Well, Massey's already had 1 big hit tonight. 2 for 4 overall. Roll to the right side, and Cronenworth slides to stop it. Everybody's safe. Pasquantino scores. It's a 2-run game. A 3-hit night for Michael Massey.
Sweeper stayed up enough for Massey to get his barrel on it. Yeah, he got out in front, had a little topspin on it. That's what got him that RBI. If Lofton can get himself a pitch in the middle, he could win this game for the Royals.
France creeps in at third. Lofton drops down the bunt, third base side. That's a beauty, and Kyle Hart puts it in his pocket.
What a bunt! Here I'm thinking here's a guy here that can help you win the game with a home run swing, and he drops a perfect bunt down. Nicely done. I mean, there's nothing. He wanted to get one out here. Hart did. He looked at third base, but there's no chance. Look at that technique, beautiful. Feathered it down. I saw the Royals bunting before the game today in practice.
Well, paid off.
Sure did. Always does. Hard work does pay off.
And Ruben Niebla comes out to talk to Kyle Hart, who's now, as Denny often says, is in the soup.
He's in deep in the soup. He can get in trouble here with one pitch, one bad location.
That's Matt Waldron, the righty. Yuki Matsui is the lefty.
Collins, he has more pop from the right side.
It's interesting that Mason Miller has gone 1+ a handful of times this season. In fact, he's gone 2 innings once this season. The Padres theoretically could have asked him to do that again. There was still a save situation to start this inning. But maybe between the All-Star game on Tuesday and the length of the top of the 10th, they felt comfortable taking Miller out. Bases loaded, nobody out for Collins. And he challenges.
The batter is challenging the strike call.
ABS powered by T-Mobile.
The pitch
just
is
barely.
a strike. Kansas City has one challenge remaining.
Well, the Padres did get one challenge back, as is the case in extra innings. The Royals had both of their challenges when extras began. Now they're down to one. And Fermin smothers it. It is a bit of a weird visual seeing Freddie in Padre yellow.
Sure enough. It's good to see him back in there. Let's hope that he continues to not take any foul balls off the mask.
The 1-1. Chop to the right side. Cronenworth flags it down. Can only get one out. Salvi's in. It's a one-run game.
Hey, do what you can. At least they couldn't double you up there. That's not a bad idea. I mean, he made some contact, knocked in a run. Keeping the line moving.
So now Carter Jensen. Potential tying run at third, potential winning run at second.
So the Padres got to bring their infield in. Bogart's playing him more up the middle, leaving the left side wide open.
Jensen has a couple of doubles tonight. He's also drawn a walk.
Lofton can get a big lead at second base. Fielders are in front of him. Got to score on a base hit. There you go.
Through the left side, a base hit. Massey's in to tie the game. Here comes Lofton. Throw home, not in time. The Royals win. The KC Kid with his first walk-off hit.
Unbelievable. What a comeback. And Hart, you're going to have to wait another time for your first save. Hang with them. What a nice attack. The Royals, they just said, hey, look, we refuse to lose. What a great way to start this second half on a nice come from behind win like that, a walk-off. And that left side was wide open. You see Bogarts in the middle of the diamond right there. Lofton, he could get a big lead, and he just kind of trickled one through there. That's 94. That's all you got to do.
The Royals tonight took punch after punch. It felt like it was going to be the same story that it's been for the first 97 games. But tonight, the start of the second half, it's a different script. The Padres came back to tie it in the ninth. They scored 3 in the 10th. And the Royals did one better with a 4-run bottom of the 10th inning.
Wow. I mean, where did that come from?
How do you like that?
What a nice sneak up there, sneaky attack. It's beautiful how the Royals just kind of just doinked him to death.
A single from Salvi to start the inning. An infield hit from Michael Massey. A bunt hit from Nick Lofton. RBI ground out from Isaac Collins. And then Carter Jensen found that open space on the left side for the first walk-off of his major league career. Caps a 3-hit game, 2 doubles, a game-winning single with a 23-year-old.
Boy, what's total team effort there, man.
What an incredible night, an incredible win. And guess who's down on the field with Joel? It's Carter Jensen.
Well, that is one of the more wild wins of the year. Carter Jensen, the hero in this one. I know this team never gives up. But every time it looked like you had it, they came back. How would you describe what you just took part in?
Dude, relentless, man. Never give up. You know, it's a crazy game. You never know what's going to happen. You know, go for it, man.
All right. I told you, you asked me to take it with you, but it had more of your name on it. So you're younger. All right, let's get back to that. I know at that point you got a job to do, you focus, but what were the emotions and the adrenaline back and forth in this one?
Yeah, it was an exciting game. You know, crowd showed out. You know, it was such a fun game. You know, to be able to do this with these guys and, you know, just battle back, never give up. Like I said, just be relentless.
Such a nice, simple hit, too. We know how hard you can hit the ball. You take it any way that you can get it. And it seemed like that the game was sort of going that way, too. Just so many ups and downs and interesting moments. Take me through the thought process there in the 10th inning. Yeah, you know, just keep the line moving. You know, at that point, down by 1, you know, just try to get the tying run in. You know, if I get the winning run in, also cherry on top. So, yeah, it was a lot of fun to be a part of. At what point, after you come in after the top of the 10th, and you got to focus on, hey, I might get a chance. If you come up, there's a good chance you're going to be able to win that. Is that the mindset the moment you get into that dugout? Yeah, you know, never fold. Never throw in the white flag. You know, you never know what's going to come your way, what situation. So being able to just, you know, try to take advantage of it. You know, I didn't get all of that one, but it was enough. You didn't need to get all of it. It's all that mattered is you got enough of it. All right, a couple final things. There were a lot of little moments in this game, from Vinny Pasquantino stealing a base, the small ball, Lane Thomas, he had the home run, but advancing the runner on a productive out. All those little moments, too. What do you make of all that? It's team baseball. You know, there's not a soul on this team that's selfish. You know, everybody just wants to win together. They don't want to win individually. So, you know, when we're playing games like that, it's so much fun. All right, last thing, you mentioned the crowd, but you came to the stadium and saw crowds like this, 30,000 plus fireworks on a Friday night. What is it like now as a Kansas City kid to play in front of all of them? It's surreal. I mean, I used to be sitting up there in the stands, so yeah, you know, to be a part of this and, you know, following the footsteps of guys that played before, it means a lot. A walk-off in front of your home crowd. Congratulations. Go enjoy it with your team. Appreciate it. Thank you. All right, that.
What a night for the kid out of Park Hill High School in front of his home fans, and boy, do they know it. And what a way to start this second half. Hud, 4 runs in the bottom of the 10th inning, and like Carter said, it took team baseball.
Exciting. Every guy had the eye of the tiger, man. They don't care how you're going to get it. Sometimes you get it hard, and lots of times you'll win when it's soft, and they'll take it any way they can.
7-6, the final score for Hud and Joel. I'm Jake. Thanks for joining us. Stay tuned. Royals postgame presented by Price Chopper with Bridget and Monty is next.